Hello and welcome to the Managing Uncertainty podcast. I'm Bryan Strawser, Principal and Chief Executive here at Bryghtpath. In this week's episode, I want to talk about managing the whole crisis, cyber disruptions beyond just your IT department. Let me set the stage for this by outlining that we here at Bryghtpath don't believe that cyber incidents, cybersecurity incidents are just technical problems. These are full-blown organizational crises for you and your organization. And this matters because ransomware and cyber extortion attacks demand leadership from across the business. You need operations, you need customer care, you need legal, you need communications, and you need IT, not just information security. We think that a holistic approach is now mandatory in these kinds of incidents because cyber incidents impact every stakeholder in your organization and those that you rely upon. It impacts your customers, your investors, your regulators, your employees, your third parties, and other groups. And the technical response of restoring and securing systems is just one dimension of the recovery that you need to make as a company. Organizations that view cybersecurity incidents through a narrow IT lens, you are going to suffer longer downtime, worse reputational damage, and bigger legal exposure. You have to cut across silos in your response. You cannot simply firewall your way out of a reputational crisis. You need to think about this across the entire organization. In our white paper about managing the whole crisis, we outline kind of the 5 pillars of managing that crisis. And here's what they are. First is technical recovery. You need to be able to contain, eradicate, and recover your IT systems. Yes, absolutely has to happen, but that is just the beginning. The second is reputation management. You need immediate strategic communication to your customers, to the media, to your regulators, to your investors, and others. The reputational aspect of this, particularly if this is a ransomware incident or some kind of incident where the data has gotten out of, it could be PII data of your customers, it could be PHI data if you're in the healthcare sector. That information is going to get out, and you need to manage your organization's reputation as a part of that response. The third is business continuity. You need to be able to keep your critical operations running, even if your technology systems are compromised. The fourth is customer care. You need to be able to directly support and provide proactive reassurance to maintain trust with your customers. And lastly, there's the post-incident recovery and learnings that go on. This is where you're moving from just surviving the event, the response and immediate recovery, towards how do you build back more strongly than you were before. Crisis recovery in this case is not just about recovering servers and IT capabilities. It is about restoring trust as an organization. So the role of the crisis leader in a major cyber disruption like this, and I don't mean the technical IT leader that is managing recovery. I mean the crisis leader for your organization. You have to set the tone. You're calm, you're decisive, you're aligned. You are cutting across the silos in your organization. You're managing the cadence of decision making, establishing who decides what and when. You're ensuring cross-functional synchronization, IT, legal, comms, HR, customer service, whatever the right units are for your organization. And you're providing executive time and input into strategic decisions and not letting them get lost in the technical weeds of what is happening. There are a lot of common mistakes that organizations make that I want to make sure that you avoid during these kind of responses. The first is over-focusing on the technical containment, ignoring broader impact to the business. The technical part of this is important, but your role as a business leader is to maintain your operations and build back stronger over time. The second is poor or delayed internal and external communication. Creating an information vacuum means someone else is going to tell your story. It needs to come from you. Third, the lack of predefined authority structures for cyber incidents. Look, if you're in the cyber incident and you haven't planned for these things, then you're already behind. And it's going to be very difficult for you to catch up. But having these decision-making frameworks in place, a cyber incident response plan connected to your overall crisis management plan, these are important things to have in place. And lastly, waiting too long to involve the broader business, particularly customer-facing and legal teams. Silence in the face of these kind of disruptions is not a strategy, and delaying doing these things is not good preparation. These are things you want to do now before you reach the critical moment for you and your organization. So again, cyber disruptions today are enterprise-wide crisis situations, and they demand enterprise-wide leadership, not just technical leadership. So I would encourage you to prepare now to be ready to manage the whole crisis, not just the technological disruption. That's it for this edition of the Managing Uncertainty podcast. I'll be back next week with another new episode. Be well. Thanks for watching our video. To learn more about how to manage uncertainty and disruption in your organization, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to our video channel. And here are a few more videos that we've selected that will help you learn more about business continuity, crisis management, and crisis communications.